everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Vlogmas episode 25, which is special for two reasons. Number one, it is our last Vlogmas. I know it's sad. Number two, it's Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day. We are at the end of Vlogmas for this year. We were doing Vlogmas with a little bit of a twist. We were doing a different tip for visiting Disney parks around the world every single day between December 1st and December 25th, which is our last one, which is today. And today I'm going to do just a very generic talk about my favourite Disney resort in the whole world. You guys will know is Tokyo Disney, and I just want to talk about some unique things that you can experience in Tokyo Disney because it is my absolute favourite resort for loads and loads of reasons. So for the final time, let's go. So every Disney park has some uniqueness about it. I'm constantly amazed by how many unique elements Tokyo Disney has. It is a franchise park, so a different company runs it other than Disney. The company who runs it is called the Oriental Group, but Disney obviously have a lot of control over what happens there. And they tend to do a few extra interesting things, like they get a lot of financing for certain things like parades from sponsors, and that tends to have died out in the other Disney parks, especially the ones in America. They don't have so many corporate sponsors, but the ones in Tokyo Disney remain strong. I'm going to talk about my favourite rides mostly, I think, because those are the things which tend to be the most special to people. So let's start first of all with Monsters Inc. So Monsters Inc. is a ride in Tokyo Disneyland, and it's in Tomorrowland, and it's an interactive ride, and I absolutely adore interactive rides, things like Toy Story Mania, Buzz Lightyear, Astro Blasters, all those kind of things. Monsters Inc. Is a super cute ride where you go into Monsters Inc. itself, you get some lights, sort of like a flashlight or torch that you shine onto hats which are on monsters or kind of dotted around the ride, and then when you shine your light onto those hats, something interactive will happen, and it's very, very cute. You get to go to loads of different places which feature in Monsters Inc. as a cute little story related to Boo getting lost and Mike and Sully going to find her, so that is awesome. Now both my second and third favourite rides in the whole entire world are at Tokyo Disney, and my third favourite ride is actually in Tokyo Disneyland, and it's the Pooh's Honey Hunt, as they call it, Pooh's Honey Hunt. It's quite funny, in Japan they call Winnie the Pooh Pooh-san. San is kind of a word that they put after lots of people's names, like a suffix. If anybody wants explanation on Japanese suffixes, let me know, I'm happy to do a video on that. But it's a bit of a suffix that they put onto people's names, so they call Winnie the Pooh Pooh-san, which we do think is super cute. But the reason why I love this ride so much is this is actually one of the very, very few trackless rides in the world, or the trackless Disney rides in the world, and Disney actually has two of them in Tokyo. They have the Pooh's Honey Hunt ride, and the Aquatopia is also a trackless ride that's in Tokyo Disney Sea. Pooh's Honey Hunt is very, very similar in sort of theming to the ride in Walt Disney World. I think it's The Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, the one in Fantasyland. But this one has a much, much larger blustery day room, and the cars kind of weave in and out, and there's a bit when you're in a room with Tigger and you sort of jump up and down, the cars jump up and down, which is absolutely amazing. The interactive room, it's sort of interactive, you're sort of dancing around with a few things. With the Heffalumps and Woozles is so much better than any of the other Winnie the Pooh rides around the world. It's super cute. You could spell honey at the end. It's beautiful. So it's my third favourite ride around the world, and definitely worth a visit. You may be interested in what my second favourite ride is, and that is actually Journey to the Centre of the Earth, which is in Tokyo Disney Sea. Now Tokyo Disney Sea generally is a reason alone to go to Tokyo Disney Resort, because the whole theming of the Tokyo Disney Sea park is so intense. It's one of the best themed parks in any of the Disney resorts around the world. There was so much effort that was thrown into that. It has a volcano which erupts every single evening, a massive lake which performances happen on it. Then they have loads of kind of Jules Verne inspired rides, Journey to the Centre of the Earth being one of them. They have a mermaid lagoon which is set up to look like Atlantica from The Little Mermaid, and it's perfect. It's so perfect. And then they have the Aladdin area as well. I think it's called Arabian, I can't remember, I'll put it here. But it's, yeah, the whole theming of the place is absolutely beautiful. But inside of the volcano there is, I think that's called the Mysterious Island. But inside of the volcano-y area there is the ride, the Journey to the Centre of the Earth. And I think one of the reasons I love it so much is because It's a flume style ride with a twist, and I didn't know anything about it before going, and that kind of shock was really awesome. I found it, yeah, it really took me by surprise. It's a beautiful theming throughout the ride. You're on this kind of rickety car. You get to experience all of these fantastic places that feature in the book and in the movie Journey to the Center of the Earth, and then at the end you sort of, rather than sort of creeping up on the drop that you get on a normal flume ride, you get to a point where you're sort of blasted in the face with almost like a fireball from an enemy, and then you whiz up and then drop down, and it just hits you like a ball in the face. It's a fantastic ride, and my second favorite in the world. If you're wondering what my first favorite ride in the world is, it's in Shanghai Disney. Check out any of my Shanghai Disney videos. I talk about it all the time, so it will be in there. So moving back away from Disney Sea and going back down to Disneyland, one of the interesting things about Tokyo Disneyland is it has a covered main street. I think this is the only Disney park, or only sort of Magic Kingdom style park in the world which has a covered main street. Tokyo Disney has a covered main street because it has some rather predictable heavy rain which happens every single year. They have a rainy season, so they have a covered main street area, which means if you are visiting during that time, at least you can do some very, very nice shopping or eating or just hanging out in Main Street experiences without needing to worry about the weather. Initially I wasn't as keen on the idea about a Main Street being covered, but I do really like it, especially for Christmas decorations. It's beautiful during Christmas, and if you are at the castle, and the castle is a bit like the Walt Disney World castle, the Magic Kingdom castle, it's a Cinderella castle, and it's about the same height. You can stand up on the level which is sort of it's got a raised drawbridge, right? So you can stand up on that drawbridgey area, what's a drawbridgey entrancey area, and look out over Main Street, the covered Main Street, and it just looks beautiful. If you go at dusk, you can get some really nice pictures. Now, food is also fantastic at Tokyo Disney. It's a little bit tough for vegetarians, and if you are vegetarian, I think I did a tips for vegetarians at Tokyo Disney vlog. If I did, I'll put it somewhere here. If I didn't, let me know. I'll happily do one if anybody has a request for one. But otherwise, it's fantastic food all the way around the park. I ate at the Queen of Hearts Banquet Hall twice last time I was there. The food was so fantastic. If you go get the steak, it was absolutely beautiful, and the theming of the restaurant itself was excellent. Naturally, table service restaurants are better than quick service restaurants, and if you have diets which are a little bit more restricted, my best tip is to go to Xperi, Tokyo Disney Resort's downtown Disney Springs area. They have a lot more choice there for food, so if you are struggling a little bit because you're not so into the many different foods which are offered in Japan, there's so many different foods which are offered in Japan, I'm sure you like some of them, but if not, head down to Xperi. They have some great options there. Perhaps a little bit more sort of universal is the Tokyo Disney snacks that they offer. Lots of you will have heard that they offer different flavors of popcorn all the way around the parks. My favorite flavor that you can get hold of is honey, and you buy that outside of the Winnie the Pooh ride. They'll also offer things like salt, caramel, soy sauce, curry flavored popcorn, sea salt and butter. Was it sea or soy sauce? No, soy sauce and butter. It was soy sauce and butter. I wasn't as keen on that one, but it exists. And I also had orange one year as a seasonal flavour, and white chocolate one year as a seasonal flavour as well. They have standard chocolate as well. That one's from Fantasyland. You should definitely check that one out. It's delicious. Shopping in Tokyo Disney is also great. Not only do they have Xperi, which is a beautiful shopping centre actually. I was really quite happy to see how chilled out it was. I much prefer the kind of chilled out Disney Springsy sort of shopping centres rather than the sort of very, very entertainment focused what they call Disney Town, Downtown Disney, that was it. Rather than sort of the downtown Disney themed areas. And Xperi is more like a chilled out area. But in terms of things that you can buy, there are so many different gifty souvenir-y items that you can buy in Tokyo Disney, or unique clothes as well. There were so many different clothes that I saw only at Tokyo Disney that I didn't see around any of the other parks. Of course they have Tokyo Disney themed stuff, but there was just also loads of other designs, like designs with multiple characters repeated all the way over tops, and then they have their unique Tokyo Disney rainbow t-shirts from last year. Some really cool, fantastic things. Oh, loads of full outfits, like full Alice in Wonderland outfits, full Tsum Tsum outfits. and full Nightmare Before Christmas outfits during the Halloween season. They were really cool, and you can buy them in the massive Disney store inside of Xperi. That's my second favorite Disney store in the world. My first one is also in Japan. It's in Shibuya. So but yeah, if you go to either of them, you should find some of those cool things. As explained in one of my previous vlogs as well, Tokyo Disney sells a lot of souvenir biscuit boxes or souvenir food for you to take home for loved ones. The nice thing about this is the beautiful tins that these things come in. They're fantastic to bring home with you. So this is an example. This is my Alice in Wonderland tin. She now just is a collection for keychains and other such things in here. But this is a beautiful tin which came with loads of chocolates in it that I picked up from Disney Sea. And finally, before we say goodbye, my favourite Disney show in all of the Disney parks is in Tokyo Disney Sea, and that is Out of Shadowland. I think I spoke about it in another Vlogmas. It's a fantastic, unique Disney show. It is in Japanese, but even being in Japanese, I could still understand the message of it and all of the fantastic effects that it had, lighting, stage design, and the songs, the music, and the sort of, not puppets, but I suppose they are a bit puppets. Anyway, please go and see it if you get an opportunity to go to Tokyo Disneyland. It is a phenomenal show, and I loved it so much I bought the music of it as well, because you can buy the CDs at the front of the Disney Sea Park in one of the shops there. So thanks so much for today, for indulging me in all my favourite parts of Tokyo Disney. I do hope you get a chance to go. And also thank you so much if you watched any single one of these Vlogmas videos. I'm happy that I managed to get 25 altogether. Sometimes we were a little bit late, but generally we were no more than 24 hours late. I think it wasn't too bad. But yeah, it's been a fantastic experience. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this time I'm going to get back. It's going to be a bit crazy. But for now, I'm going to say thanks. The stuff that's coming up for the channel in the new year is going to be more Disney videos from our trip in Japan last year. We're going to be going to Shanghai Disney relatively soon. I'll do an announcement video about that at some point. And I've got a lot of Japan videos to get through for you guys. So that's all going to be coming up in the new year. So thanks again so much for watching. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas day. I hope you are so full of food and whatever you're drinking. And I hope you're making some amazing plans to visit Disney parks in the new year, just like I am. So thank you so much, everyone. I will see you back on the channel another time. Okay, from Vlogmas, that's it. I'm going to say goodbye. Okay, bye.